Breaking news. Taiwan Strait on high alert. Chinese warplanes cross the median line, naval fleets conduct combat drills, headlines that have Taipei and the world on edge. The tension is palpable, sharper than before. On Taipei's streets, life continues, but anxiety simmers beneath the surface. People check their phones, glued to updates, aware that the fragile peace is under threat. In military command centers, red icons mark Chinese jets and bombers, no longer distant, but minutes away. Taiwanese F-16s scramble to intercept, a tense aerial dance that's become routine. This is more than a show of force. It's a strategy to wear down Taiwan's resolve. The question is no longer if China will act, but when and how. The median line, once a buffer, is now crossed regularly. Chinese naval destroyers encircle the island, practicing blockades and assaults, a clear signal of preparation for conflict. The world watches. Statements of concern echo from Washington to Brussels, but words feel hollow against military might. Taiwan's 23 million people live under the shadow of a superpower that denies their right to exist. The seriousness is undeniable. The world is watching to see if Taiwan's quiet defiance can still secure its future. The stakes have never been higher. China's campaign against Taiwan is gray zone warfare, relentless pressure just short of open conflict. Dozens of Chinese jets probe Taiwan's airspace daily. The Navy shadows a superior fleet. Taiwan's military is on constant alert, straining resources and morale. The pressure extends beyond the military. Cyber attacks disrupt daily life, and disinformation floods social media to divide society. The message resistance is futile, unification inevitable. This psychological war aims to exhaust Taiwan and normalize China's military presence. Each incursion gathers intelligence, mapping Taiwan's defenses and response times. Economically, Beijing isolates Taiwan, peeling away diplomatic allies and blocking participation in global organizations. International corporations are pressured to list Taiwan as a province of China. The campaign is suffocating, designed to convince Taiwan and the world that the island's fate is already sealed. It's a slow, methodical tightening of the noose. The world is being conditioned to accept China's aggression as the new normal. Taiwan faces this pressure every single day. Taiwan's response has long been one of calculated restraint. When Chinese warplanes cross the line, Taiwan issues brief, factual statements. No drama, no escalation. The approach is low-key, avoiding provocation and denying Beijing a pretext for aggression. Taiwan presents itself as the responsible democracy under threat, building trust with international partners. Instead of rhetoric, Taiwan quietly strengthens its defenses, investing in asymmetric warfare, extending military service, reforming reservist training. The message is self-reliance and calm preparation. This has maintained social stability and prevented panic. But as China's tactics intensify, some question if quiet restraint is still enough. Factual reports get lost in the global news cycle, failing to capture the daily danger. The risk, understating the threat, and missing the chance to rally support. Is it time for Taiwan to find a new voice? The world is changing and Taiwan may need to adapt. The stakes demand a reassessment of strategy. The Philippines has pioneered a bold new strategy in the South China Sea: assertive transparency. Instead of hiding Chinese harassment, Manila embedded journalists on patrols, releasing clear, dramatic footage of every incident. Videos of Chinese ships using water cannons went viral, forcing Beijing onto the defensive. The world saw undeniable evidence, and China could no longer control the narrative. The Philippines declassified intelligence, provided detailed briefings, and set the agenda. This information campaign rallied international support, with allies issuing strong statements and increasing joint exercises. The dispute became a global test case for the rules-based order. The goal wasn't military conflict, but to win in the court of public opinion. A smaller nation, armed with the truth and a camera, stood up to a superpower. Transparency became a powerful tool of statecraft. The world took notice. If Taiwan adopted assertive transparency, the benefits could be immense. Dramatic footage of Chinese aggression would galvanize global public opinion, pressuring governments to support Taiwan. At home, seeing the military actively defend sovereignty would boost morale and national identity. The narrative would shift from passive victimhood to active defiance. Transparency could deter China by raising the political costs of aggression and exposing Beijing's actions to the world. It would also strengthen partnerships with allies, providing them with clearer intelligence and fostering better coordination. Taiwan would become a more integrated and reliable security partner. By shining a light on provocations, Taiwan would force China to weigh the consequences more carefully. Openness could transform Taiwan's position in the global security architecture. The power of truth could be Taiwan's greatest shield. The world responds to what it can see. But for Taiwan, transparency carries real risks. China sees Taiwan as a core interest. An aggressive information campaign could provoke escalation. A misstep could give Beijing an excuse for military action. Transparency might expose Taiwan's military secrets, giving the PLA valuable intelligence. Economic retaliation is another threat. China is Taiwan's largest trading partner and could weaponize that relationship. Overexposure risks desensitizing the world, making it harder to rally support when it matters most. The strategy must distinguish between routine harassment and genuine escalation. The dilemma is clear: how to be open enough to win support, but not so open as to invite disaster. Every move must be carefully calculated. The stakes are existential. Other nations offer lessons in using transparency against powerful neighbors. Japan's disciplined reporting of Chinese incursions near the Senkaku Islands internationalized the issue without provoking conflict. Ukraine, facing invasion, used information warfare to expose Russian aggression and rally global support. Lithuania confronted China's economic coercion by documenting and publicizing every move, rallying EU backing. Each strategy fits its unique context: Japan's caution, Ukraine's urgency, Lithuania's alliance building. There's no one-size-fits-all solution. For Taiwan, the challenge is to synthesize these lessons into a strategy that's bold but measured. Taiwan must tailor its approach to its own precarious position. The right balance could make all the difference. The world is watching for Taiwan's next move. Taiwan's best path is strategic, selective transparency, a careful evolution, not a radical shift. Highlight only the most dangerous and unprofessional PLA actions, not every incursion. Incidents should be documented with irrefutable evidence and released quickly, with clear explanations. The tone must remain professional and firm, never hysterical. Coordination with allies is crucial. Share information privately before public release to ensure unified support. Joint statements amplify the message and present a united front. The goal: deterrence through information, setting clear red lines for Beijing. Consistent exposure of China's most dangerous actions can establish new norms and raise the diplomatic cost of aggression. This is proactive defense, using truth as a shield. The battlefield is as much about perception as it is about power. In today's world, information is a battlefield. For Taiwan, mastering this domain is essential for survival. Strategic transparency isn't about provoking conflict, it's about preventing one. By exposing Beijing's aggression, Taiwan can rally global support and build internal resilience. This approach gives allies the evidence they need to stand with Taiwan. The risks of inaction are greater than the risks of adaptation. Quiet restraint allows China to control the narrative and erode Taiwan's sovereignty. The status quo is no longer tenable. Taiwan must adapt and learn from others. Its future depends on defending itself and persuading the world that its cause matters. A disciplined information strategy can deter aggression and inspire allies. In the shadow of conflict, truth is the brightest light. For Taiwan, wielding that light may be the key to a free and democratic future. The world is watching. Taiwan's story is far from over.